Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jai Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Jaya Jaya Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jaya Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai Radha Gokulanandi ki.
Jai.
That was
Jai
beautiful.
Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki.
Jai.
Gaura Nitai ki.
Jai.
Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Jai.
Can I do the Mangalacharan prayers now?
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Sakshurunmilidam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhudale Swayam Rubakadamakyam Tada Dishwapadandiham Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuda Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam cha Sri Rupam Sakrajadam Sagagana Raghunadan Vidam tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savatudam Parijana Sagidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagagana Lalida Sri Vishakan Vishamcha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpa Tarpshasya Kirpa Sindhupa Evacha Padidanam Bhavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Idi Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashkatate Satarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vakshari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhu and Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much. So I'll share your verse, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji.
The verse you wanted to read out. Thank you.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavadgita chapter 7, sloka 23. Andavaddo palam tesham tatpavad yalpamedasham devan deva yajo yandi matpakta yandi mam abhi. Translation. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Some commentators on the Bhagavad Gita say that one who worships a demigod can reach the Supreme Lord. But here it is clearly stated that the worshippers of demigods go to the different planetary system where various demigods are situated, just as a worshipper of the sun achieves the sun or worshipper of the demigod of moon achieve the moon. Similarly, if anyone wants to worship a demigod like Indra, he can attain the particular god's planet. It is not that everyone, regardless of whatever demigod is worshipped, will reach the supreme personality of Godhead. That is denied here. For it is clearly stated that the worshippers of demigods go to different planets in the material world, but the devotee of the Supreme Lord goes directly to the supreme planet of the personality of Godhead. Here, the point may be raised that if the demigods are different parts of the body of the Supreme Lord, then the same end should be achieved by worshipping them. However, worshippers of the demigods are less intelligent because they don't know to what part of the body food must be supplied. Some of them are so foolish that they claim that there are many parts and many ways to supply food. That isn't very sanguine. Can anyone supply food to the body through the ears or eyes? They do not know that these demigods are different parts of the universe body of the Supreme Lord. And in their ignorance, they believe that each and every demigod is a separate god and competitor of the Supreme Lord. Not only are the demigods part of the Supreme Lord, but ordinary living entities are also. In the Srimad-Bhagavatam, it is stated that the Brahmanas are the head of the Supreme Lord, the Kshatriyas are his arms, The Vaishyas are his waist, the Sutras are his legs, and all serve different functions. Regardless of the situation, if one knows that both the demigods and he himself are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, his knowledge is perfect. But if he does not understand this, he achieves different planets where the demigods reside. This is not the same destination the devotee reaches. The results achieved by the demigods' benedictions are perceivable because within this material world, the planets, the demigods, and their worshippers are all perceivable. Therefore, it is clearly stated in this verse that all results achieved by worshipping demigods are perishable, sorry. And therefore, such worship is performed by the less intelligent living entity. Because the pure devotee engaged in Krishna consciousness in devotional service of Supreme Lord achieves eternal blissful existence that is full of knowledge. His achievements and those who of the common worshipper of the demigods are different. The Supreme Lord is unlimited. His favor is unlimited. His mercy is unlimited. Therefore, the mercy of the Supreme Lord upon his pure devotees is unlimited. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, in this verse, Krishna clearly says that whoever prays, whoever worship demigods, they go to the demigods' planets. But whoever worship Krishna directly, they go to Krishna's planet. Directly, they go to the Goloka Vrindavan or Vaigunda planets, I think. So I chose to read this purport because I have some doubts on this word. So end of this session, I can ask you all. So that's what I got this verse to speak, or not to speak, not to read. So in this, Krishna says, whoever whoever worship demigods, he gives the intelligence. Like he give the faith to the people who worship demigods, and the fruits, the blessings or whatever they get, that's from Krishna only, but through the demigods they worship. So people in mode of fashion, they worship demigods. Like one day they go to Lord Durga temple, one day they go to Lord Shiva temple, Thursdays they go to Baba temple, Saturday they go to different temples, Sunday they go to Krishna temple. So rather than you going and worshipping different god and different demigods, uh, you should be an intelligent person and you should worship Krishna directly. So, and another point Krishna mentioned in here, that demigod worshippers and their palam, their fruits, their achievements, they all temporary. Because like people like us, demigods also part and parcels of Krishna. So they also temporary. So their demigods also temporary, and their planets also temporary, and their fruits, their blessings also temporary. Like when big pralaya happens, all 14 plenary system, they all will be annihilated. So when plenary system annihilated, even the demigods and their planets, everything will be annihilated. They all will be disappeared. So their devotees, whoever worship demigods, they also will be perishable. They will be disappeared. They will be gone. So that's why Krishna says in here that we all should be intelligent and worship him only. So how we giving food, how we eat the food, giving energy for the whole body. So some people thinks that we can feed our ears, or we can feed our mouth, we can feed our ears, then the whole body will be benefited. But that's not the right thing. So Krishna denied that in here, and he said we should worship him, like we should surrender to him, then he will take care of us. Then we in at the end we can go to Krishna Loka, which is Goloka Vrindavana. And most people back home, I mean in here, my friend, they all says all the gods are same, but we are choosing different name. They have different name, but they all are same. And I would try to explain to them, but they don't seems to understand. They say even Lord Shiva is same, Lord Chandra is same, everything, everyone is same. I mean they have same different name, but they all are same. And that's why they go to different temple and asking benediction from each one of them, different benediction from different demigods. So in the demigod, there are 33 crores of Devadas. So rather than we praying to all of them, we surrender unto Krishna and his lotus feet. So we will be liberated permanently. We will be go to Goloka Vrindana. We'll be there for permanent. Sorry, that's all I can explain you, Prabhu and Mataji. So in the final, and lastly, he mentioned that pure devotee who engaged in devotional service can attain blissful, eternal blissful existence of full knowledge. So that's it. Whoever engaged in Krishna consciousness and in devotional service, they are totally different than from the demigod worshippers. So Krishna is unlimited and his favor is unlimited. He is merciful. So he is he is the supreme Lord, and his devotees unlimited. So we should be all like you all are doing already. So we should be worship Krishna and surrender unto him, do devotional service, and we should all go back to Godhead. That's all I can uh, understand. This is my understanding, Prabhu and Mataji's.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely put. All the points you summarized very well. I also found, just to add few things, maybe if we could look at other verses as well, which talks about demigod worship. And then maybe we could ask what your confusion is. Maybe Prabhuji can help us out.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah. So this one, I don't know whether you can see. Same from Bhagavadgita, verse chapter 4, verse 12. Would you be able to read this, Mataji, or shall I ask somebody else to read this? Would you want to read this?
I can read it, Mataji.
Yeah. Do you want to try?
Oh, the sloka.
Yeah.
The sloka will be a bit hard for me.
Oh, don't worry. Just read the translation.
Okay, Mataji. Translation. Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is a great misconception about the gods or demigods of this material world. And men of less intelligence, although passing as great scholars, take these demigods to be various forms of the Supreme Lord. Actually, the demigods are not different forms of God, but they are God's different parts and parcels. God is one, and the parts and parcels are many. The Vedas say, Nityo Nityanam. God is one, Ishvara Parama Krishna. The Supreme God is one, Krishna, and the demigods are delegated with powers to manage this material world. These demigods are all living entities, Nityanam, with different grades of material power. They cannot be equal to the Supreme Lord, Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna. Anyone who thinks that God and the demigods are on the same level is called an atheist. Pasandi. Even the great, sorry, Mataji? Pashanti. Even the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot be compared to the Supreme Lord. In fact, the Lord is worshipped by demigods such as Brahma and Shiva. Shiva Virinchinatam.
Yeah.
Yet, curiously enough, there are many human leaders who are worshipped by foolish men under the misunderstanding of anthropopism. Oh, sumoism. Sumoism.
Long words, Mataji. You can just read the other.
Either Ihadevada denotes a powerful man or demigod of this material world, but Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, does not belong to this world. He is above or transcendental to material creation. Even
Mataji,
Sripad.
We can stop here. I think it was just the first few lines that were quite, I thought, were interesting to read. And then I think this line here, the intelligent person.
The intelligent person is in Krishna consciousness, and he has no need to worship the partly demigods for some immediate temporary benefit. The demigods of this material world, as well as their worshippers, will vanish with the annihilation of the material world. Just carry on, Mataji.
And then what you said as well, the boons of the demigods.
The boons of the demigods are material and temporary.
Okay, thank you. I think that's it from here. But did it help the first few, what you were saying? Because you said your friends, you have been trying to convince them.
Yeah, because I come from Sri Lanka, so we worship Lord Shiva back home. So they, most of them, like even I was thinking like that, Lord Shiva is the supreme Lord. So Krishna is just behind, like he got less power than him. But somehow I have the love and faith with Krishna even when I was even 5 years old or 10 years. Sorry, start from 10 years old. But I pray not because he is Supreme Lord. I pray because he's blue and he's lovely. He looks sweet. That's why I used to pray to Krishna. But I never knew that he's the supreme personality of Godhead. Once I come to Krishna consciousness, I found out that he is the supreme Lord. But back home we pray to Lord Shiva. They all think he's the supreme Lord. But other people of my friends, their families, everybody says like Lord Murha, Lord Ganesha, everybody, they all gods are same, but different names. And they get benediction quickly, so they don't want to believe that Krishna is the supreme Lord, because they get the benediction as soon as they pray, they get the benediction. So they got the faith of the other devadas and the old demigods. So that's why they have the strong faith that they all the gods are same. But I don't know how to explain to them that Krishna is the supreme Lord.
Yes, but yeah, what we can do is we will ask other people. Or all I wanted to do was before we open it up to other devotees, is that when I had covered the Dhruv Maharaj episodes, in there as well, Mother Suniti was advised Dhruv Maharaj not to go to any demigods, because she knew that Dhruv Maharaj wanted a kingdom higher than the grandfather and the great grandfather, and only Krishna would be able to fulfill that wish. And so she advised him to go straight to the Supreme Lord rather than worship demigods. But Prabhuji, what's the best thing to do? Would you want to come in here now, or shall I ask other people first before we open up?
Thank you, Mataji. So yeah, I'll add a few points, Mataji.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you, Asha Mataji. It is very nicely selected, Antavaddu, this the beautiful shloka. So here, main thing what we see, Antavattu palam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasam, a little intelligence. And people, we see many people, many opinions, they are coming from different varieties and backgrounds. But what we see, the qualities of the devotees, persons, and their habits. So everyone knows that everyone wanted to get out of this material entanglement, first of all. Okay, that is the ultimate thing, which is generally people call it as a moksha, some clue to identify what is the best thing in the human life. That is a clue. Liberation, the word is called moksha, liberation. But people living in this society, in and around us, they have got a different qualities and different habits. If we observe who is the worshipable deity for them, and then what are their different kinds of habits, and what are their qualities, how they speak, how they live, what is their discipline, and what are their desires. So if we just analyze these things, then we will come to know whether the defects are in their habits or day-to-day activities, the faults. Okay, but when it comes to the Krishna, so most of the, if we see in the past, for example, many demons, Hiranyakashipu and Ravanasura, Kumbhakarna, many of those demons and Vrukasura, they are all worshipping Lord Shiva for some kind of material gains, and then finally they destroy themselves by their personal desires. But when it comes to the Krishna, though devotees, Krishna or Vishnu devotees, they're always quiet and calm and always tolerable, and they have got good qualities. They do not desire anything, and they forgive even though they are other people are disturbing them. They are tolerate, and they do not curse them. They do not punish them. This is the tolerance. This is all again we see the past and historical things. So here our scripture says, be tolerant, titikshavah, matra spashresu kaunteya, sitoshna sukha dukkada, agamai paino anityaha tam titikshasva bharata. The first word Krishna tells here, nanasochanti panditaha. First thing is the asocha anusocastam gatashun agata somsha nanasochanti panditaha. So he says to Arjuna, Prajnavadamsha bhashate, you spoke like a intelligent man, but a learned person does not lament for living and non-living. Nanu sochanti panditaha, the first quality. Second thing is titikshavah, tolerant. So temporary things will come and go. So these are the qualities of a panditaha. And panditaha is equally, he has got equal vision. So it is described like Sunichayos Pakecha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. He is having equal vision to everyone. So this is the qualities, if you see, and these are the qualities required to get liberation from this material entanglement. That is the perfection of human life in a generic way, which we can practically analyze with our material eyes or material observations. It's a basic qualities. Once we come to the, again, there are so many scriptural injunctions for everything. We need to pratigna. If we establish one statement, who is the supreme personality of Godhead? Even we used to, our family god is also Lord Shiva. I used to think that, okay, Lord Shiva, he is always on the Kailasa mountain, and whereas Vishnu comes in so many incarnations, he comes as Rama, Vishnu, Krishna, and then so many incarnations. Why he is always coming here? I used to think that, but Lord Shiva is always there. In such a way, I used to think, but later on, Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, this is for the three reasons we used to, calculate, okay, who is God and children, as children, we will be having debate who is the supreme personality of Godhead. That, but again, if we see the devotees of, and through the scriptures, Sukadeva Goswami describes the devotees of the Lord, devotees of Lord Shiva and devotees of Vishnu and their qualities. And whereas devotees of Shiva, they desire for wealth, desire for wealth. And whereas Lord Shiva, he lives in the Smashana Chakra Nila Dhuli Dhumra Vikirna Vijjota Jata Kalapaha. Vikirna Vijjota Jata Kalapaha. And Basma Ghunta Amalrukma Devo Devasribihi Pasyati Devaraste. He is always in the the Smashana. This is Smashana Chakran Dhulidum. This is again the Kashyap Prajapati describes that it is avidya, because avidya, he mentions that he shows that one to show his detachment to these materialistic things, so that all other, he is the Vaishnavanam Yatashambhu. So, but whereas his devotees, they're all opulent, they ask for so much of wealth and so many desires. Okay, that is one thing. Whereas the Vishnu devotees, they give everything to the Lord and they are happy to stay, even the small hut, even without the home. That is the position of the devotees. Okay, so if we look at where the qualities of the devotees, that's why Madharshana Gunairetaihi Parisham Shuddha Parisham Shuddha Asaya is the purification of the desires. And once existence must be purified, that is required. Then he will be eligible for entering into the Vaikuntha planets. Again, there are different conceptions of which planets are the eternal, which are not eternal. Okay, so Vaikuntha Lokas, Vaikuntha means where there are no miseries. And Mukunda, even the names of the Lord itself, Mukunda, who gives the liberation. And even Lord Shiva, so many places he says that it is only the Vishnu or Krishna can give the liberation. Okay, these are few things, but and only Krishna has claimed the supreme personality of Godhead by past historical events, even in the Bhagavatam and the Mahabharata, where we see even there was a fight between Krishna and Lord Shiva, direct fight. So during the Banasura, Krishna's grandson Aniruddha um, and Banasura's daughter Usha, and Usha loved Aniruddha. So somewhere there she brought him to her palace. Later on, by Narada's information, Krishna came to know that Aniruddha is in the palace of Banasura. Later on, Banasura captured him. But Banasura, by his devotion, he impressed Lord Shiva and he got a boon that Lord Shiva asked him, you can ask anything. Then he asked him that Lord Shiva, so please stay in my kingdom, and if there is any danger, please protect me. That is the Banasura's desire. So now the time has come. So the information has gone to Lord Krishna in the Dwaraka that his grandson is being captured by the Banasura. At that time, Lord Shiva is also in that Shonitapura. The Banasura kingdom is in the Shonitapura. Okay, so there uh, the information has been later Krishna, Balaram, Pradyumna, the entourage of all the Dwaraka, all the Krishna's family, they have come to Banasoditapura, where at the time here other side, Banasura and the Lord Shiva and all the Kartikeya, Ganesha and both are Pisachas, Kali, all are at one side under the other demigods who are accompanying Kartikeya. And also plus Banasura and his commander-in-chief like Kumbhanda, uh, they're all coming in the opposite. So in one side, Lord Shiva, other side is Krishna as the main content. Okay, it was very beautiful to fight. Of course, whenever Lord Shiva is using, Krishna counteracting everything. And finally, Krishna uses one of the yarning weapon, and Lord Shiva was just started yarning, and then later on, he thought, I can't stand in this battle anymore. And then Lord Shiva left. And meanwhile, Krishna has chopped off all the 996 hands of Banasura, leaving only the 4 hands. But later on, there is very fierce battle between Lord Shiva and that is Lord Shiva uses his Shivajwara weapon, his Pashpatastra, and Krishna other side he used Narayanastra, Narayana Jwara weapons. Later on, that Shivajwara it was crying because of the um, Narayana Jwara is too cold, Shivajwara is too hot. Okay, but Shivajwara could not tolerate that one, and then finally that was having 3 heads, Shivajwara. And then because Shivajwara immediately went to Lord Shiva asking for the protection, but Lord Shiva could not do anything. Later on, the Shivajwara came to again Krishna's shelter, and Krishna says, "Do not worry, as soon as you took my shelter." And then he gave, and then at that time, Shivajwara praised to Krishna. And later on, Narayanjwara did not harm. Later on, it went away. And later on, Lord Shiva, he come and he prays to Krishna. So please, I am your ego. Likewise, he glorifies Krishna. I am just your part and parcel as a ego. Okay, that he keeps himself as the ego of the Lord. Whereas Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And later on, Lord Shiva, he prays that please protect Banasura, he is my devotee. Likewise, later on, Krishna protects him. So he does even give benediction to him as well. Okay, so that is the position of Lord Shiva and Krishna. So Krishna, that's why Krishna mentions demigods are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narayana Paradeva Deva Narayana Gajaha. Narayana Paraloka Narayana Paramakaha. Everything part and parcel of Narayana. Everything is universe. Again, we see in this Srimad-Bhagavatam, every day morning we see Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, from whose novel this lotus flower emanated, and all these planet systems situated within the lotus flower stem. Okay, that is the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is called Narayan as well. And of course, that is the Purusha expansions. 3 Purusha expansions. One is the Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, Mahavishnu, or Karunodak Sai Vishnu. These are Purusha expansions. They have got some kind of indirect or direct association with the material manifestation. But whereas the Narayana, he situated himself in the Vaikuntha Lokas, in the opulent from all his entourage and his devotees, all the energies, they're all surrounding him. So that is position of Narayana. Again, what is the position of Lord Shiva? Again, it is like in order to explain that he is also one of the expansion of Narayana. His place is in the Vaikuntha, Ishana. So he is also called Sadasiva. That is the Vishnu Tattva. But for the material creation perspective, so spiritual creation is different, Material creation. Material creation where we have got Mahatattva, this Panchabhutas, Ahankara. Ahankara is exhibited in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Okay, everything will come again. So those personalities, Lord Shiva, Sadasiva, when he comes for the material creation perspective, then he will become a Shambhu here. And later on Mahavishnu, Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, and Kshirodakasaya Vishnu, later on Shambhu. Again, another Vishnu was created from the Mahavishnu, and Brahma is created, Hiranyagarbha Brahma, he is also created from Mahavishnu. Those three personalities, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, who are outside of all the universes, who are created by Mahavishnu, those will give their potency to all other Brahmas and Shivas in all other universes. Whereas the Vishnu enter into each and every universe as Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Okay, so again, it is a very long philosophy where there is a hierarchy of things and what is the platform. In order to understand these things, they need to first of all chant Hare Krishna 16 times, follow the regulative principles associated with the devotees, the major principles that will give enough spiritual strength to understand this philosophy. So that is the basic idea. Hare Krishna, Mataji. And worshipping like Dhruv Maharaj, as Mataji mentioned, Achanti Kalpakataram Kunapopa Bhogyam, Ichanti Yatsparjam Niryepi Nunam. So the one of the statements of Dhruv Maharaj, he mentions that Achanti Kalpakataram Kunapopa Bhogyam. People of this material world, they always desire for things which are temporary and will be vanished in due course. Such kind of things, they worship for bones. Achinti kalpataram kunapopa bhogyam. Ichinti yatsparjam nirayepi dronam. Niraya means hellish. Dronam means people of this material world. They desire such kind of little things. Ye mayate hadameda satvat padaravinda bhavasindu potam. Upasate kama lavayatesham. Lobha vibhota manasu akushilani shashvat. These are so many things to describe that people of very small pleasure, they put the stake of human life, which is very rare to attain. But this eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, these things are available for all the living entities. And Prith Maharaj also, he mentions that ye naraka namapi santi dehinam tanisha kaivalyapate vurune nacha. I do not desire such kind of things which are even available for the living entities that are existing in the hellish condition. Ye narakanam api santi dehinam. Because it is these pains and pleasures, Brahmande Brahmate Kona Bhagyavan Jiva. Guru Krishna Kripaya Paya Bhakti Lata Bheja. Bhakti, it is meant for only the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you are doing anything else for other demigods, there is some kind of business transactions. I am doing this good, I am doing this service, you give me such kind of boon. There will be a transaction. But in the Krishna Bhakti, we do for the pleasure of Krishna. Okay, so this is the devotee's position. So that's why Kapil Bhagavan says, Na pasyami param bhutam akattuhu samadharshanam. So that's why devotees of Krishna are the topmost. There is no one is equal to them because they have developed the qualities that Krishna has given. Abhyam sattva samsiddhi jnana yoga vyavastitihi danam damasha yajnasha swadhyaya tapa arjavam. So many things. Or 25 qualities Krishna describes in the Bhagavad-Gita 16th chapter. And also Krishna mentions in the when we go to the Krishna, yata taror mola nishechanena trupyanti tat skanda bhujopa skandaha, bhujopa shakaha, pranopaharachana yitendriyanam, tataiva sarvarhanam achyutejya. So when we root root of a tree, it will nourish all the branches, the trunk, and the leaves, twigs, and everything, fruits and flowers. Trupyanti tatskanda bhujopashakaha. All parts of the tree is nourished. And when we eat food to the tummy, pranapaharocharna yatendriyanam. And the tummy will nourish all other parts of the body. When we eat food, we give it to the tummy, it will nourish, and all parts of the body will be uh, it will be nourished. In similar way, tata eva sarvarhanam achyutejya. And when we come to Krishna, it is considered all demigods are worshipped. Sarvata, sarva arhanam. Arhanam is worshipping. Achyuteja, Achyuta plus Ijaya, worshipping of Krishna means worshipping all demigods. Everything is complete. And Krishna again mentions in the Bhagavad Gita, Vedeshu yajneshu tapassu chaiva daneshu yat punya palam pradishtam atyeti tat sarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. It says one by the devotee of Krishna, just worshipping Krishna, he will get whatever is attainable by studying the Vedas, performing yajnas, performing tapasya, and performing dana, and doing punya, pious activities. The results of those things, they will automatically come to the devotees of Krishna. Atyeti tat sarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. So because he get all of them plus on top of it, Yogi Param Sthanam, at the end, he will go back to the Godhead just by worshipping Krishna. But whereas worshipping other demigods, Kamaistaister Jnanaha Prapadhyanti Anya Devataha, Tam Tam Nimamastaya Prukritya Nita Swaya, they're conditioned by the nature. Jnana, their intelligence is lost. When we are going from one destination to one place to another destination, in between we have got a time limit. Time is very limited, and in between there are so many attractional things like the parks and then shops, malls, and everything. But within that time, if we do not reach the destination by looking up for the small attractions, we may miss our train, we may miss our bus, or we may not reach on time. And people who may think that, okay, it doesn't matter, I may reach the destination a bit late, let me enjoy here. Then what happens? Once he will going to the shopping mall, then he will go to this shop, that shop, and then all the money is spent from his pocket, and finally he doesn't have. But again, he has to work. Because in the middle he is not at home now, he is just wandering. Again, he has to work, and for that, again, struggling. Janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam. He's stuck up there. Okay, so that way, when we have got human life, we have to utilize it for every moment to attain the perfection of human life, attain Krishna. Bhakti. For that one, associate with Satam Prasangan Mama Veer Samvido Bhavanti Hrutkana Rasayana Kataha Tajoshanad Asu Apavadgavatmani Shraddha Ratihi Bhakti Anukramishati. Everything will come when we are associating with the devotees and reading scriptures, chanting, following regulative principles. That way, again, singing, dancing, and feasting on top of it. It will make the life so beautiful. Yogi Paramsthanam Upaiti Chadyam. That Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. And also here, when we worship the demigods, and because they are all part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so the Lord says, Yajanti Avidhi Purvakam, Te Apimam Yeva Kaunteya, Yajanti Avidhi Purvakam. Oh Arjuna, even those people worshipping demigods, Te Apimam Yeva, they are also worshipping me, but Yajanti Avidhi Purvakam, but not in a proper way. Avidhi Purvakam, indirectly they are worshipping Krishna only. Okay, that again Krishna says in the 9th chapter. So here 723, then 923. That same sloka, there Krishna says, Yajanti Avidhi Purvakam, here Alpa Medasaha. Okay, there he says, Yajanti avidipurvakam. Avidipurvakam means it is in a wrong way or indirect way. So one must worship Krishna directly. Okay, so there I stop. Hare Krishna, Asha Mataji and Jai Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much. Okay, shall I go and ask other devotees if they want to input anything? Sita Sundari Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, Asha Mataji, it was very beautiful, and Amoga Prabhu, he explained elaborately. It was so beautiful, so clear. So just I like to add little bit that in Bhagavatam it is told that ete changsho kalapungsham krishnasthu bhagavan swayam. That means all the demigods and avatar, Krishna is the avataris. Avataris means source of all avatar. So all the avatar came from Krishna and all devotas. So that is why Krishna's to Swayam Bhagavan. Only Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan, and all others are the avatar. And another thing that in Krishna book also we read, even demigod Indra also could not recognize Krishna. At the beginning, he could not believe that this little boy is the supreme personality of Godhead. So that is why, out of his anger, as he was not worshipped, that is why he gave thunderbolts and heavy rain, and finally, what he did, he was obliged to surrender unto his lotus feet. So, and we are human being, how much intelligence we have. So that is why we cannot think about that. And that is also in Bhagavad Gita also told that Bahunam Janmanante Vasudev, moment. Bahunam Janmanamante Gano Bano Mam Prapaddate Vasudevam Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabham. That means that without the mercy of many births, without the mercy of when we will accumulate the mercy from many births, and when we will get the knowledge, at that time we will be only to recognize Krishna. Otherwise, it's not so easy, and those kind of soul are very rare. So how we can imagine that like with this little time we will understand who are demigods, what is the benediction, and what is the who can give the benediction. And it's in Gita also told that only seed give her father, only the father seed give her father who Krishna can only give liberation, and he can give only the seed. No other demigods, no one. So if we read this, it will be very clear. So and this is the thing that Bahunam Janmanamante Gyanavano Ma Prapoddante. Why? We need the mercy, otherwise we will not understand. Asha Mataji, I am telling to you that your friends, not only your friends, all of us, our friends, family members, they always tell that, okay, Shiva is Krishna, like God, supreme personality of Godhead. And so it's not new, nothing new in India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, everywhere. Shiva is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And I like to give one example. It is not related with any scriptures or any like spiritual talking, but what happened? My brother-in-law, he got a heart attack, and now he is getting treatment in Bangalore in Narayani Hospital. So in Calcutta, maybe Calcutta in Bangladesh, Devi Shetty, he is very renowned as heart specialist, cardiologist. But fortunately, they went to that hospital because to get operation or what is necessary. There, they got like his doctor was the senior most. He is senior, more senior than Devi Shetty. But my sister, she is telling that, can I ask you one thing? And they did angio, like what is called angiogram, and they found that one like nerve is artery is blocked. So, but he doesn't need open heart surgery. Angioplast will be enough. But my sister was not happy. She was telling that, can I ask you one thing? And then doctor immediately understood. Oh, okay. You like to get consultation with Devi Shetty? Oh, then she was laughing. Then how did you get me? Then that is what I try to explain to my sister, my elder sister, that what happened in our mentality, what like Shiva, Lord Shiva is God. So according in material world also, in Calcutta, in Bangladesh, of course he has very like he's a very renowned doctor, cardiologist. If you know, all Indian people must know him. But in your like notion, he is the senior most, and he's, if you consult to him, you will get relief. So like mental relief. So, but he's senior like cardiologist is he, but Devi Shetty is surgeon. And so it is, maybe it's not related, but in that sense, that in our notion, whatever we got, like we saw from our childhood, that we like to carry on. But if we come to the Krishna consciousness with the mercy of like Lord and Guru, Vaishnav, so that is how, and Prabhuji mentioned already, that we have to do sadhu sangha, we have to chant Harinam, and we have to follow 4 regulative principle. Then it will be clear. So thank you very much. I am giving opportunity to others. Hari bol.
Thank you, Sita Sundari Mataji. Beautiful. Thank you so much for your input in there. Thank you. Pavan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Dandavat Pranam, everyone. Yeah, this session is really good, and then this reminded me my journey with Amoga Prabhuji when I was going to Manur. So we had really this session we had discussed on a similar topic when we were going there a few months ago. So it's kind of a refresher, and yeah, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then if the other thing is like uh, we worship demigods, that's people have few people get offended, but it can be taken other way as well. So we can worship demigod in such a way that ask, for example, you can pray to Lord Ganesha, and he's the one who stops all the obstacles, isn't it? Removes all the obstacles. So we can pray. We have to change our way how we pray. So we can ask Lord Ganesha, pray for him to remove the obstacles in my path to my Krishna bhakti, that way, you get more closer to Krishna. And another way, people think like we pray to Lakshmi, Lord Lakshmi, Goddess Lakshmi, to become rich. So we can pray that as well. But we have to change the perspective. There's nothing wrong in praying to all the demigods, though they are here to help and nurture our bhakti life, spiritual life. So we have to use in a very very good way. Like we can pray to Lord, like Goddess Lakshmi Devi, asking for Lakshmi, so which can help us to do more services or more activities or a charity in the name of Krishna, or things like that. uh, Maybe we can ask for Lakshmi to build more temples and stuff like that. It all depends on perspective. It's completely okay to worship demigods, but always Krishna should be in the center. We should never forget the supreme personality of God. That's Krishna. So once we understand this complete uh, overall in terms of other gods and the supreme personality of Godhead. So once the different, I mean, like that difference is clear in mind. So everyone, if they keep Krishna as a central point, so then slowly, even the very first time for the new starters, or the very first time who heard about like Krishna consciousness, it's really hard for them to take. So I would say it's always, there's nothing wrong. Give you a 1 week, like take it as a hypothesis, and then make an experiment, apply that for a week or a month, and then you can conclude at the end of the month, because you will definitely see the references once you start worshiping Krishna. So this is what I give most of the time message to friends or someone who like prays for demigods. Okay, I really appreciate that. We are not saying that's wrong. The thing is like, wherever, if you see in the world anything like it's not about this Sanatan Dharma or anything. If something's new, what do? It's Let's take this perspective. Even in business, like I have done MBA, so usually when we see all this with this perspective, so take everything, accept it as a hypothesis. So we say hypothesis like supreme Krishna is a supreme person of Godhead. So people come and say, no, 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 how is it? Wait a second, hold on. So how do you, why are you jumping into conclusion? So let's do one thing, experiment it. So do your mala, follow all regulatory principles, go to Mangalarti for a week or for a month. And after a month, you yourself realize that, oh, I want to go to Mangalarti every day. So I've seen myself, I got connected to Krishna so much, because that reduces anxiety. They have tested it themselves, and then they found out that, wow, it's really cool. And then the conclusion, look at the conclusion after a month. So it's just like accept it for a month or something like that. At least there's nothing wrong in testing, isn't it? So we are just testing ourselves. It's for new devotees, I would say. Like it's just like nothing wrong in trying anything, isn't it? So just like that's what the old businesses are in the world run on. For example, they give you a trial, isn't it? ChatGPT, they are giving you a trial, test it for a year for free. So once you get addicted to that, I mean, like you get to know the results of that, what it gives you, how it's beneficial for you, and then they put the charges on you end of the year. But Krishna is not like that. You can test it. He won't charge you, but he gives you in return. So how merciful Krishna is. Did you see the difference, so, to the current materialistic world? So it's always defense. Getting defensive is a human nature, but we have to just step back and control our emotions. That's what Bhagavad Gita says, text 58, chapter 2, like yata samharte chayam kurmo anganiva sarvasaha indriyan indriyashe tebyaha tasya prajna pratisyada. So something like that. So it does say about how tortoise pulls his legs inside. The similar way we have to control our senses whenever some sense gratification comes. It's all about that. So Bhagavad Gita is helping at every step. It clears every doubt, even how we can start your journey towards this God. It's like just open the book and read. If someone like, oh, Bhagavad Gita is too big, I don't want to read. It's same again. hypothesis, read the Bhagavad Gita, your life's going to change. So it's going to take, it takes only 3 hours to read all the translations. So it's like busting the myths. People think it takes years to really read. It took only 3 hours, like when we went to Manchester, is gone. So it took only 3 hours to recite all the translations. And then even it takes 3 hours to recite the Sanskrit things. Purport, okay, can take your time and read. So it's all for everyone's benefit. It has shown how we have to live the life. So there is like, once if you read Bhagavad Gita, you like it has everything. If you get it out, go to that chapter, it tells you what to eat. Go to that chapter when you're anxious, it tells you what to do. When you're indecisive, go to that chapter, it tells you what you have to do. Because Arjuna asked everything, whatever we face in life. So it's like a manual for us. It's always like, it's, all this whatever I'm speaking is like knowledge from the Keshav Maharaj. So my I really dedicate, or I say my complete heartfelt thanks to him. So because when I was doing a Be a Monk challenge, so we used to have dinner in the evening, we used to sit together and talk or debate something like this. So usually, like, we had sessions like debunk a monk as well. So we're asking questions like most of the people are new in our batch when I was doing that. So the questions was so good. Like when someone who is a beginner asks questions, so it was something like completely. People would get offended, but it's like Keshav Maharaj handled it very well. It's so good, given a lot of really good references how we have to take it, and he spoke about all. I mean, like. About the current outrages which are going out over the world, so why it is happening, and then what's the reason. It was like so satisfactory when we heard that, oh, it's humility. He has full of humility. So when we reach that stage, we understand easily. So it's all about humility. Once you get that point, so we'll understand why is it happening. We know what's going to happen next as well, because based on karmic things. And also, instead of going for revenge, so we have to choose another path. We should never go and get angry, or go for revenge or things like that, protest. We should never go that way, because why we have to lower ourselves to that side? If we go that way, it's a destruction for us, isn't it? So it's all like about humility, and then kindness, and also we have to be very courageous as well. So it doesn't mean that we have to be weak, so we have to be very courageous. So once if we do all this and follow like do mala and all the regulatory principles, so the spiritual energy itself give you that strength. So and it puts you all the negative people away from you. So that's how we grow. It's like imaginary support from Krishna, and blessings will be on Krishna devotees. So that's how all the devotees are very happy in the world. And it's only is it's only is experienceable. It's like we don't impose this on people. It's like it should come from inside. So that's what Keshav Maharaj ji also explained. I thought to share that with you guys. So exactly, that's what uh, Kesha Maharaj said. And one of the question as well. So one of the monk who is a Polish. So he asked a question like, as we said, hypothesis, experiment, and conclusion. So in general, the object is not human. It will be something else. So we test on X. If we do some medicine test, we take lab rats and test on them. So what? It's a risk, isn't? He asked a question like, "It's a risk, isn't it? We are testing on the human itself." So, and Keshav Maharaji answered very well that question. So when he said, "You said you don't want to test on human," and okay, guess what? I will be testing that, and I'm going to tell you, Krishna consciousness is great. Are you believing it? No, isn't it? That's why you have to test on your own to believe yourself, because you don't trust others. So if you want to trust others, don't test on you and begin straight away. That's how that was so good actually, the debate, and very satisfactory answers. Everything will have an answer. So most of the people like, it's really hard. I understand. Even before, I used to do a demigod worship, and then and like suddenly when you completely get into Krishna conscious, like you might have the tendency of a little bit of the kind of defensive thing. But slowly, when we test it, and eventually you realize, so that's like gaining the spiritual strength, and then everything falls into place. So that's what I would say overall in terms of praying to demigods and understanding that supreme personality of God, Krishna is the center point. So once if you realize that, and there's no stopping in your Krishna bhakti. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I think you took the challenge at the right time to be near Keshav Swami. So thank you so much for giving us those wonderful nectarian words. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
So is it Saurabh Prabhuji here? Do you have anything to say? Would you like to add anything, Prabhuji? Maybe not. Let's see.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Oh,
No,
yes.
I'm okay. Thank you. I'm just listening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. No problem. Okay. Gayatri Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. But first half I was not able to listen today, as I couldn't listen when Asha Mataji was speaking. But I heard Amog Prabhu, Pavan Prabhu, and Sita Sundari Mataji. And all I will say is thank you so much for such a wonderful session today. Every time we have to hear all this, so we remember, and we are so forgetful. So that's the reason why we have to constantly attend and get the association of the devotees. So for me, I'm very happy that I could attend this class today and listen to all this, and I feel very blessed. Thank you, Mataji. That's all I can say.
So lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. No problem.
Hare Krishna. I will listen to this later, Asha Mataji, because I could not. I was getting many calls today. I could not listen. So Hare Krishna.
Don't worry. Thank you, Mataji.
I didn't speak anything, Madaji. I just read the translation and the purport. The Prabhu and other Madajis explaining everything to me. Yes.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Swarup Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. First of all, it was a very nice topic that Asha Mataji chose and spoke about. So it's very interesting, and also it was very interesting to listen to Amoga Prabhu, Sita Sundari Mataji, Pawan Prabhu about his experience. So it was very enlightening. So it's very good. I just have a couple of points which I thought I may add. I don't have any knowledge, so forgive me if I'm saying something wrong. I think Asha Mataji, one of the things that that can be explained to the friends who are this thing. Of course, they have because Lord has said in the Bhagavadgita that everyone has got free will, and He has given that on purpose. So they have the free will to do what they desire, but it's being very there should not be about any confusion about certain things, because in Srimad-Bhagavatam, I do not remember the exact canto, but it's in the where Lord Shiva is telling Parvati that worshipping Lord Hari is the highest form of worship. So is this not enough evidence that Lord Shiva himself is telling his beloved that there is nothing higher than worshipping Hari? In fact, he's saying about that worshipping he's talking about the greatness of the Vaishnavas, and he's saying that they are the servants of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead Hari, and they are the greatest souls and not interested in any kind of material happiness. And if we have to worship, then worship the Vaishnavas. And also in several of our scriptures, because I think any argument for us has to be based on scriptural evidences. It's not what we think or what someone else thinks, but if they have somewhere where they have found that Lord Shiva is being mentioned as the Supreme Bhagavan, then I think we have to take note of that and reflect on that. But in the scriptures that we know or that we have studied, there is being very clearly mentioned about this thing of between Lord Shiva and Lord and Parvati, and also in Bhagavatam, again I do not remember exactly, but I remember where in one thing it was said that Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava. If I'm saying correctly, it says that Vaishnavam Yata Shambhu. So if it is being said there that Vaishnavam Yata Shambhu, that means what? That Shambhu is the greatest Vaishnava. And Vaishnava means what? Vaishnava means who worships Vishnu, Hari, Lord Krishna. So I think if there are these discussions, maybe it will be good to think about these evidences that we have got, and tell them to think about these scriptural things. Also, again, somewhere it was said that Shiva was telling Parvati that, just trying to remember, so just excuse me, it says Vishnu Aradhanam Param. So Vishnu Aradhanam Param, that means worship of Vishnu is the supreme. So this is not us saying or not someone else saying, it's Lord Shiva saying. So what can be more than this? What evidence we need more than this? So I think in in this kind of discussion, and then of course they have the free will. These are what are being said in the scriptures. But as Lord Krishna says that he has given us the free will. Even he is told in Srimad, because people can argue that, oh, in Bhagavadgita, he himself is talking, but in Bhagavadgita, he has said so many things that you have to give, if you have to give all the religion this thing, and this is the only religion. Come to me, I'm the only religion. So there are many references in Bhagavadgita, but if they say that, oh no, in Bhagavadgita, Shri Krishna himself is talking about this, and they feel that no, why he's talking about this, but then there are other evidences which I just now spoke about. Maybe it will be good for you to ask them to reflect on these references and see this thing. And again, it's their free will if they want to believe on something, but we'll just go by the scriptures, and that's all I would say. Sorry, I took time. My apologies for that.
So there is, thank you, Prabhu. Just one point, the verse you are saying. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam param, of all the worshippers. So worship of Vishnu is the greatest. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam param. Tasmat parataram Devi. O Parvati, Tasmat parataram Devi. Better than that. Tadiyanam samachanam. And devotees of the Lord, worshipping of devotees of the Lord is the greatest. Tadiyanam samachanam. That is very beautifully it describes Lord Shiva. Swarup Prabhuji was trying to mention this shloka.
Prabhuji, would this be Canto 4 or something?
I
don't know which chapter, then we can all...
it is, I think it comes from different Purana, I think.
Okay.
I think maybe it was from, is it not Padma Purana, Prabhu?
I think Padma Purana, Prabhuji. Aradhananam sarvesham.
Okay. Gayatri Mataji, you put your hand up.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, I just remembered when Swarup Prabhuji was saying, even in Vishnu Sahasranamam, it says, when Parvati asks Lord Shiva, like, Keno Payena Laguna Vishnor Nama Sahasrakam Patyate Panditair Nityam Srotumityamyaham Prabho. She will ask, like, what is the best thing to do to constantly, like, but always to remember Vishnu, 1,000 names of Vishnu. Then Ishwar Uvacha, Ishwara is saying that Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane. Even remembering Rama's name is equal to chanting 1,000 names of Vishnu. So in here also, Shiva is Lord Shiva is telling to worship. Rama, who is Vishnu like himself. So that's all I thought of telling Mataji. That's all. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So beautiful. Gaurangi Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji. It's a very nice topic, Mataji. You will very nicely explain. So don't worry about nervous. Thank you so much, Mataji. It was nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. That's it, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Neeraj Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Mataji, and Hare Krishna all. Yeah, this was a really nice session, and I'm listening that, and I got the answer to my question.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Amo Prabhuji. Yeah, you answered my questions. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Okay, thank you. Mrida Sachi Mataji? I think you might have joined a bit late, but I just thought I'll ask anyway in case.
Meena Mataji.
Yeah, Meena Mataji. And even Meena Mataji joined late.
Yeah, sorry, I just went to Usha Mataji also like for prayer. But yeah, I just listened a little bit. So there is, I understand what maybe topic is about, like demigod and God. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you all. I think I've covered everyone. Anybody has any final reflection, any addition? Asha Mataji, would you like?
Just I want to add just one thing that Prabhuji has said that like in Bhagavadgita, when you are depressed and when you are angry, with sloka, which is really useful. So thank you for that information.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay.
Prabhuji, shall we conclude here or what should we do?
Maybe Asha Mataji, finally.
Yes, Asha Mataji, do you want to have any final reflections, thoughts?
Thank you, Mataji and Prabhu. I learned so much today about this sloga. I have only one doubt, Prabhu. Why Krishna giving even though it's indirect, why Krishna giving benediction through the demigods?
So here, Krishna, so there is no one equal. Mattah parataram na nitkinchidasti dhananjaya. There is no one equal to him or above him. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha matta sarvam pravartate. Everything comes from Krishna. That is the ultimate statement. Now, Krishna, natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, natat samasya abhitikasya drishyate. There is no activity for Lord to do it. All of his energies. Parasa sektir vividaiva shuruyate, swabhaviki jnana bala kriyacha. So many of his energies work. Lord does not have, he enjoys. He is the enjoyer. So he appoints everything for the material creations, starting from Mahavishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, Kshirodakasai Vishnu, and all other demigods. They're all universal administrators for different functions. So if we take direct worship of Krishna, that is the ultimate thing. We do not have to worship any small gods. But
do we need to, Prabhu, do we need to feel guilty to, we are praying directly to Krishna, do we need to feel guilty that we are disturbing him all the time? Krishna, come here, Krishna, do this, Krishna, do this, Krishna, can you do this, all these things? Or we shouldn't disturb him at all.
We do not disturb him. So, natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. Krishna says, name karmani limpante, name karma pale spraha. I do not desire anything. There is no activity for me to do it in this world. And Krishna says, I am the full enjoyer, Bhoktaram Vijnatapasam. He is the enjoyer. When we are desiring something, we ask like Garbhodakara Vishnu, the Vishnu Tattvas. So even on the other day, we were Srimad-Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 9, Lord was mentioning, ये तेन पुमानित्यं श्रुत्वा स्तोत्रेण मां भजेत् तस्यासु सम्प्रसीदेयं सर्वकामवरेश्वरः. I am the benediction giver. I fulfill desires of my devotees. Whoever is chanting or glorifying me with Brahma's prayers. Third canto, Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 9, 1 to 20, 25 shlokas. Whoever does that every day. ये तेन पुमानित्यं श्रुत्वा स्तोत्रेण मां भजेत् Tasya Sampradim Sarvakama Vareshwara. I will fulfill those desires of those devotees. So here Vishnu is saying, and likewise in the past, so many times people are worshipping, performing yajnas, Vishnu come on Garuda and then fulfill the desire of many of them. But devotees of Krishna, they do not ask Krishna anything. Krishna is enjoyer. Of course, the nature of Krishna is enjoyer. When we associate with the Krishna, we also enjoy. We do not ask anything. If we ask something, Krishna may give, but that is not the thing we associate with Krishna for asking thing. We wanted to serve and please Krishna, and at the same, we also feel happiness. And we do not ask anything from Krishna.
Right? Someone Kadu?
Okay?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, I would like to add one thing that, yeah, we should usually, I think, I just call one thing in my mind. Prabhupada says, I think, the only thing that we should ask Krishna is like, how can I grow in spirituality? Support me in my spiritual growth. That's it. So that's the only thing. The highest wish that we can ask is like that one. So as we move along with bhakti and then higher spiritual power, we don't have to ask anything. Krishna knows your heart and he arranges everything for you. That's how the spiritual power is. So that's how the spiritual power works. And then slowly you forgot about asking material things because you realize that, oh, Krishna is taking care of me. So why should I worry about all the material things? I am all this starts when we start surrendering to Krishna. So when we completely surrender to the lotus feet of Krishna, slowly the materialistic desires fall down. And then when the desires fall down, so we never get into the trap of anger, lust, and then into chaos. So uh, the main thing that we fall into the trap and depression is because of the desire. So the desire is like lust. The desire starts, I want to buy like Ferrari, and then you end up like, oh, how can I buy? You go into depression, you try and find big job, and you get a big job, and it's like a stressful job, and you start fighting with your wife because you have a stress at workplace. Did you see that everything adds up? It all started with your desire. So once we surrender to complete to Krishna, so everything falls into place by itself. So he takes care of you. That's what Krishna says in the Bhagavad-Gita as well. There's one very nice shloka. Maybe Prabhuji can say that. Sarma dharman pravichatya mamikam saranam bhaja. That one, yeah. So, yeah. So Krishna himself says, leave everything and just surrender unto me. So he's gonna take care of us. So he himself said in with his words, isn't it? So in Bhagavad Gita. So then slowly, yeah, if we at least read translations completely and try and understand, purports are really great. So even I'm, reading, I haven't read completely, but yeah. So that will completely change the way we think, and we get perfect clarity within like 1 week. You can get perfect clarity on life, what to ask Krishna, what not to ask, and then how that relationship builds automatically. So Krishna becomes your friend rather than you fear like, oh, if I do this, Krishna may punish. It's like when we were a child, we used to fearful with God. Oh, if I do this, he may punish. If I do that, he may punish. If I go for haircut on in the evening, God may punish us. Things like that. So that's like a little bit superficial, but slowly you understand uh, the way what God is. God is so friendly, and He want you to he's always, you know, spreading his two arms towards us, but we are not looking that side. That's the thing. So we are always just saying like completely in this material world, and we are unable to see that side. So that comes only when we personally from heart feel like completely surrendered to Krishna. So that's my personal experience, I would say. Thank you for giving this.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So nice. Thank
Just
you.
one more point.
Mataji, just one example maybe you can give. It is very practical and understandable for all class of people. It is from Bhagavatam, Canto 4, chapter 31, text number 14. I'm reading only the translation. As pouring water on the root of a tree energizes the trunk, branches, twigs, and everything else, and as supplying food to the stomach enlivens the senses and limbs of the body, simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfy the demigods who are parts of that Supreme Personality. How clear? Is it not clear, Mataji, Asha Mataji? And very simple, that we should only pour the water in the root. We don't pour water on the trunks or branches. So Krishna is the root of everything. So we only worship to him. So we should not feel guilty, and we should not feel any hesitation to surrender to his lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Nice explanation. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mataji.
It's exactly in this, the one that is being shared as well, the same thing here. It says, pouring water on the leaves and branches of a tree without pouring water on the root, it doesn't serve much. Yeah, so exactly what you said, Mataji. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, you wanted to say something. You were going to say something.
Just akama sarvakamo va mokshakama udaradhihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Just only the same. If you have good desires or liberation desire or no desires, anything at any point of time, you worship only Krishna. Akama sarvakamo va mokshakama budhara-dhihi. Dhihi is intelligence. Budhara is the broader intelligence. Tivrena bhakti yogena, by performing rigorous devotional service to Krishna. Tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param, worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, the same statement Sita Sutandri Mataji mentioned. Yatataror Mola Nishechanena Trupyant Tatskanda Bhujopashakaha Pranapaharvachane Indriyanam Tataiva Yatarhanam Achyutejha. It's a very beautiful shloka. Thank you, Mataji. That's all. Thank you.
Prabhavati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, maybe.
Welcome. You, I think you might be working or just, but
Hare
if
Krishna, Mataji. So sorry, I was working. I'm on night shift. I just logged in. Thank you so much. Sorry.
Thank you. No problem.
I'm just.
Thank you.
We can move on to the next, Mataji.
Yes, yes. Who would like to do the Mangla Charan today?
Nasima prayers, Mataji.
Oh, sorry. Narsimha prayers, of course.
Mataji.
Mataji will lead, everyone will follow. Is that?
Yeah, thank you.
Do you want to?
Yes, okay. Can I start?
Yes, please.
Namaste Narsimhaya.
Namaste
Narasimhaya.
Prahlad Daini. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha
हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः
तिलटङ्कानकालाय इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंहो
इतो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो
इतो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो
इतो
नरसिंह
नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो
यतो यतो यमिततो नरसिंह
यातो यातो यमिदतो नरसिंहो
बहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंहो
बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो
बहे नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो
बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो
नरसिंहामदिं शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये
अवकरकमलवरे नाकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गा दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
कमलवरे नका अद्भुत केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय
जगदीश
हरे
जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज
जय
प्रहलाद
महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
Jaya
Jai
Jaya
Prabhupada, Prabhupada,
Jai
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 Prabhupada.
Prabhupada.
Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai
Jai Gaura Hari
Hari Bol,
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol, Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol,
Gaura
Jai
Hari
Gaura Hari Bol.
Bol.
नरसिंहदेव भगवान की
Jai.
Jai
प्रहलाद महाराज की जय
Jai.
निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि
Hari
हरि बोल
Hari
Hari Bol.
हरे कृष्णा
Hari Bol.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Shall we do a big 3 Haribos to Asha Mataji?
Hari
हरि
Bol.
बोल
Hari
हरि
Bol.
बोल
Hari
हरि
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
And Meenakshi Mataji for doing really good Kirtan.
Hari.
हरि
Hari
बोल
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
And Jai Mataji for leading. And
Hari
हरि
Bol.
बोल हरि
Hari
बोल
Bol.
हरि
Hari
Hari
बोल
all
Bol.
the devotees.
Hari
हरि
Bol.
बोल
Hari
हरि
Bol.
Hari
बोल
Bol.
Hari
हरि
Bol.
बोल
Hare Krishna. Yes, well.
हरे कृष्णा
Hari Bol to Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
If we glorify all the devotees of Lord, the Lord will be very happy.
Yes, it's true.
Thank you so much, dear all. Thank you, Asha Mataji. It went really well. Thank you.
Thank
Hope,
you, Madam.
hope you felt a bit better towards the end.
Yeah, I feel better because you all are explaining, you all are doing the class. I learned a lot. Thank you, Madaji. Thank you, Prabhu.
When I first started, the way I was explained was that Krishna is the CEO of the business, and all the demigods are like the managers and under him. That's the way it was explained to me when I first started. So they are all answerable to Krishna.
Krishna is not the CEO. He's the enjoyer. He's the just
He is the
enjoyer.
enjoyer. Yes, yes.
Enjoyer.
Yeah. But that was how it was explained in my early days. Thank you. Thank you all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. all.
हरे कृष्ण
Krishna
वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च
Mataji and Prabhuji, thank you.
Nidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo
Kalpatarubhyas
namaha.
Kripa
Patitanam
Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Oh, Namaha.
अनंत कोटि
Koti
वैष्णव
Vaishnava
वृंद
Vrinda
की
ki
Jai.
Jai.
प्रभुपाद की
Srila Prabhupada ki
जय
Jai.
Jai. Hare
हरे
Krishna.
कृष्णा
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.